Oh, oh, it dinged. We're here
Yeah,
for the doctor appointment. It's Paige,
that's me.
and I'm Isabel.
That's
We're going to
you.
talk about Doctor Who premiere.
Yes, it's
And
very exciting.
yes, it is. Paige went and saw it in the movie theaters.
I
So
did, and that was
I'm like
very
super
exciting.
duper jealous because I don't think anywhere near us was doing it.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's benefits to living near like a larger metropolitan area, but
Well,
it gave me an insight as to what the Doctor Who fandom is like around here. There
is it
were
crazy?
there were two showings, one
Hmm.
at 7:30 and one at 9 o'clock. I went to the later one because my friend that I was going with had to work that day. There wasn't a lot of people at the later one, but there was an
Hmm.
entire meetup group that was at the first one,
Aw.
cleared out like most of the theater. So, from what I understand, the 7:30 show was the one to be at if you wanted to mingle with a bunch of nerds.
Yeah, we did that when we did in Louisiana. We'd do the Mystery Science Theater or Riff Tracks thing.
Hmm.
And it was funny, like, to show up and there'd just be all these nerds. And I was like, where do you all live? I never see nerds out and about.
Yeah, right?
At least not in my age range. It's always, like, teenagers. And I'm all like, I like your Doctor Who shirt. And they're like, all right, awkward old lady talking to me.
Well, I wore my Save the Daleks shirt,
Hmm.
and the only other person I saw in a Doctor Who shirt was this woman who had to have been in like her 50s.
Oh, no.
But that's fine. That's okay. Ian and I and my friend Alexis were like the youngest people in the theater besides little kids. Like there
Yeah.
was like maybe one group of people who inexplicably like coordinated their clothes. And I could understand if it was like fezzes and bow ties or something like that, but it was plaid shirts. So I don't know if they all coordinated or if they were just a bunch of hipsters.
Maybe they were trying to be Amy.
Maybe, but it wasn't like Amy plaid. It was like blue and green plaid. It
Oh,
was like
okay.
weird. It was weird shit.
Because
I
I dressed
didn't
up as
understand
Amy last year for Halloween and people were like really confused by it. Hold on.
it.
I'm getting texted about lawn care.
Okay. Uh, the important things
I
brought to
know, I
you
know.
here on the doctor appointment.
Okay, so since you just saw it, I know. Sorry. I'm being asked to go hold the gate. The stupid mower won't fit through the gate. Like, you have to hold it open to get it out.
That sucks.
I know. It's because it's one of those huge landscaper ones, so so it's just like, yeah, no, this isn't staying open. Anyways, you saw it in theater, so what'd you think?
Okay, first off, whereas with Strax and Lady Vestra and Jenny, like I think that their appearance sometimes gets a little played out. Like it
Hmm.
gets a little hokier than usual. But I don't dislike them, but I wasn't like, oh yeah, it's them. But the opening with Strax like talking about all the different doctors like was the funniest thing I had seen in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty entertaining. I don't know. I know there were some things that they showed in the theater that like weren't on the premiere, and I don't know what was what.
I think
So
there was like a opening thing they showed. Give me 1 second. I have to go open the game.
okay. So I guess I'm gonna entertain everybody while she's gone. I am sitting in my kitchen because my office is a mess, and I'm just gonna sit here and randomly talk until Isabel gets back because it's kind of hard to have a conversation about a premiere by yourself. So that's what's up. So I think what she's talking about when she said there was an introductory thing, in the movie theater, it opened up with Strax vlogging. And Strax is vlogging about the Doctor in particular and his reincarnations, and he had like very quippy things to say about each incarnation. Yay, you're back!
Yes. Sorry.
It's okay.
Lockout basement makes that way easier, though.
Yeah.
I just ran out there. I was like, okay, go.
It works. It works.
Yeah, I think they just showed like a pre-roll thing that they didn't show on TV.
Yeah,
That's what I garnered from the ads.
Yeah, what they opened with in the theaters was Strax was doing a vlogging session.
Oh God.
And in his vlog, he was like explaining the regeneration process with the doctor, but he like goes through each version of the doctor, 1 through 11, and even goes into like the war doctor thing that got very confusing as far as the timeline.
Yeah.
But he said something like funny about everything. But like for 9, he was like, "Oh, 9 was all ears," because he's got big ears, and he was
Yeah.
making fun of Matt Smith's chin, and like there was just this whole little montage where he was like, "You can't take things like that on the chin," and then like there was just a bunch of close-ups of Matt Smith's chin, and he's like, "Do you get it? The chin?" It was pretty entertaining. It was pretty
It's
funny.
adorable. I love Strax and like he's probably one of my favorites at this point in the whole series.
Oh,
Every time he's on, he's hilarious.
he's very funny. It's good comic relief. It's very
Definitely.
good comic relief.
So I watched it Saturday night after, like I started it like 10 minutes late or whatever, so I could fast forward through commercials. I think
Right.
it would be. And I was very mixed. I don't know. I
I
just
know
don't
you were
know.
saying you didn't really care
But
for it.
then I thought about it, and I think I just really loved Matt Smith, and then I really loved Tennant, and but then I remembered how awkward and weird like Smith's regeneration like first couple episodes were.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute, all right, that's right, we do have to give it time because regeneration episodes are the worst.
Yeah, and I mean they're trying so hard to play a character that they don't know the
Mhm.
personality yet. Like they don't really I don't know. I think for what it was, especially since there was such a drastic change between ages, you
Oh
know, and
yeah.
that was a big thing. I think that Capaldi did a fantastic job in sitting there and like question it. I think they did a good job like having him question like, why is my face so old? Why am I doing this to myself?
I loved that. I was like, why am I old?
Right? And he's like sitting there talking to the bum, and the guy's like, I'm the alcoholic here, right? Like, what is going on? This man wants my coat. I don't know what's going on. So I thought that, and like having him talk about how he could like take bottle caps off with his eyebrows,
Yeah.
and how they're
That was
angry
awesome.
eyebrows.
I love like I think too like I felt gypped a little bit with how Smith left. I don't know if you did at all. Like I thought that regeneration was shit. Like it was bad the end of that season.
Yeah, I mean, it
There was
was.
way too many questions left. Like way too many. But hopefully we answer them.
Yes, I have a feeling that that's not the last we're gonna see of the regeneration process. I think that there might be some story arcs in this season that might address some of the unanswered questions there.
Can only hope. What did you think? Did you like cry at the end when she got the phone call? Because I was near tears, and then every time I think about it, I almost start crying.
I'm like a robot. I hardly ever cry at things. But that doesn't mean it wasn't sad. My friend Alexis was like in the theater, and you could tell like she's trying so hard. Like I'm out with people in public, and this isn't like
It
watching
took me by
Chadwick
surprise
Boseman.
was the problem. Like normally I wouldn't be like bawling my eyes out, but it just I was shocked by it. I was like, no, no, Smith, no. And then I
I
just felt
know.
for Clara's like emotions because I was like, oh God, you're in a shitty spot right now. Just like with the phone call and stuff. Do you think Clara and Capaldi are gonna have a good like interesting relationship? Although supposedly she's leaving after
Yeah,
this
she's leaving
season.
the end of the series 8
Yeah, I
run.
mean, series, season, whatever. Like
I
British
put that in
people.
there for like the people who are like, eh, they're not called seasons, they're called
I
series.
know. Yeah, go
I'm
shut
gonna
up.
jump on your shit for this. I'm sorry, I'm in a funny mood today.
It's supposed to be fun. That's the
But
point of this.
it's better than most doctor's appointments.
Yeah, I know. We're the less miserable type.
Exactly. Um, I don't know. I think that they started to have an interesting rapport. I'm curious. What I'm most curious about, aside from how their relationship progresses, is Missy. The introduction of Missy at the end where
Mm.
she's like telling half-phased guy that he's in paradise, and there were a lot of theories I was reading online as to who she actually is.
Yeah, that was weird. That like took me by surprise.
I saw a promo that said Series 8 has a new villain with a
Mm.
picture of her. So at this point in time, she is not a friend, even though she kept on referring to the Doctor as her boyfriend.
I thought that was funny.
I know,
I was
I
like,
thought
the
it was
doctor
funny too.
doesn't date, really. Let's be real.
Right, but like, who is she? Where does she come from? One
Okay,
of the theories.
beside Rose. I mean, obviously Rose
Right,
doesn't count
Rose.
anymore.
Rose is different.
Yeah, Rose is special.
Um, what was I saying? Oh, one of the theories I read was that Missy was short for mistress, which would be a female regeneration of the master,
Ooh, I would like that.
and that like her like very like foliage
Hmm.
covered paradise was her TARDIS, like the inside of her type of TARDIS.
That could be like amazing. Like,
Right, and it could
oh my God.
also be like foreshadowing to maybe like a female regeneration of the Doctor.
Yeah, that would be good too. I think the mistress one's more likely.
Yeah,
Because I feel like if they regenerated him to a girl, it'd be like grabbing the chest, like, oh God, would be
yeah.
the thing, and
It
people
would
would
be
be up in arms.
everybody. Well, apparently, Lady Vestra and Jenny's kiss made people be up in arms.
It was so sweet.
I know. Everybody's like, our kids watch that. They don't need to see lesbian kisses. I'm like, wait, you're less concerned with like the lizard woman who's been stranded on Earth since the dawn of time and lived amongst the dinosaurs kissing a human woman than you are that they're both women.
Yeah.
Like, are you joking?
Do you want a spinoff with Jenny and oh
I
God,
think it would be interesting.
Strax and Madame Vax? I always say her name wrong, and I'm sorry now.
It's okay. It's
So
okay.
yeah, her lady, lizard lady. I always mess up her name for whatever reason.
It happens.
I know.
It
Well, I'm
happens.
always like, it's all these letters and it's whatever. I'm bad at names.
Mhm.
But yeah, I want to spin off with them.
I think that it would be interesting, although I don't know how well it would do, just because um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it would find its audience quick enough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, its audience would be Doctor Who fans, and that would be a lot of people probably wouldn't watch it. I don't know.
I find big fandoms like Doctor Who, though, have, like, for whatever reason, have, like, a lower likelihood of success with spin-offs because people, it's like Star Wars mentality. Like, you love the trilogy, you hate the prequels. you
Yeah.
know?
And
Like,
like, well, that was like Clone Wars. It took, I mean, seasons for me to even watch it because I was just worried it would get canceled or be shitty.
hmm
And
like,
even now I haven't
want to
finished it.
tarnish, so, like, I don't know. I find larger fandoms, they do a spin-off and people are just like, oh, well, Doctor Who is better than this because of blah, 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 blah.
Look, guys, it won't be the Ewok adventure of Doctor Who.
Or the Christmas special.
Gone to disappear into the world.
hmm But I definitely think that it could be I think it has the potential to be interesting and
Hmm.
successful.
I agree.
But I would like to learn more about like their origins too, like their
Yeah, I
story,
know.
because they
That's
just
how I
kind of
feel
pop
every
up
time
and you're
they're
like, oh
on.
yeah, of course, that's
Every time I see
Lizard
them, I'm like,
Woman.
I want to know more about you guys.
Yeah, because
Read a
they
book.
seem interesting.
Hell, I'd read a book on them. That'd be a good book.
That would be a good book.
I wonder if they've
Hmm.
done one. Hmm. There's a lot of Doctor Who
There
books.
are a lot of Doctor Who books, and who was it? Who was I talking to recently that was saying they heard the books were like phenomenal?
I've heard that
It's-
some of them are really good too. I've just,
I think
I
it was
don't
my
know.
cousin. My cousin's like a huge, like he's a film major, and they're putting on a play this month in Philadelphia. Like very, very, very much in tune with the arts.
Hmm.
Can't get into Doctor Who as a show.
Hmm.
Can't do it. And he's mad at himself for it. He's like, everybody I know loves Doctor Who, and I don't know what it is about it. I don't hate it, but I just can't get into it.
That's Dave's stance on it. He doesn't hate it, but he doesn't really like watch it. Like he'll
He,
watch it with me, but he's not like invested.
Yeah, that's Ian. Except Ian went to the premiere with me. He was very excited. We love dinosaurs because we're huge dorks,
Yeah.
and we were so excited to see the dinosaur in the premiere. And we
Did
were
you
so sad when it exploded.
did you like the dinosaur bit? Do you think it was maybe a bit of like a regeneration metaphor thing going on, or what? Some people
I
were
think
saying that.
so. I think it could have been that, but I just like big, loud dinosaurs, so it's
Mhm.
really the weight of my heart in anything.
I
Like,
just
seriously, a dinosaur can pop up in any show. I'd be like, this is awesome!
You're
Fox
like a
News has a
5-year-old.
T-Rex!
Yeah, you're like the little boy
hmm
and girl version about like, oh, a dinosaur!
hmm
My favorite show now.
That's right.
I loved the imagery of that dinosaur in London.
Yes.
Like Big Ben and stuff, and I was just like, that's the best.
Um,
Best.
the one part that I thought it was really funny, I heard a lot of people in the audience. That's what I liked about seeing in the theater, is it wasn't just about my reactions. I could hear
Yeah.
everybody else's reactions around me. And when Half-Face Guy is in the escape pod, which is a hot air balloon made out of sewn skin.
Can we go for a hot air balloon ride, Paige? Romantically
Yes.
together that's made out of skin. Like,
Yes.
and we'll just
We'll make sure it's really, really dried out because you don't want things dripping on you.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah, I know. I was like the whole time I was like, ew.
Yeah, that's what I was like, but everybody in the theater is like, like just shocked by
Awesome.
it. They're just like, you would have thought that like you watched them sew it together. But I think it was just like the idea, like you see it coming up and then like the realization, you're like, holy crap, that's skin. That is skin that has been meticulously sewn together, and like your mind does it to yourself, you know?
I just figured he was studying under Hannibal, you know?
Yeah.
Just learning the art of doing things with the human body.
Right? I think, although we didn't get, there were questions left unanswered in that season premiere because the Impossible Girl ad was placed in the paper.
Mhm.
You don't know who did it.
I know.
He thought that the restaurant guys did it to like lure them there, but they're like, no, why would we do that? How
I
would we do that?
honestly think she did it, but she doesn't know she did it because it was when she jumped in the time stream.
Maybe. I was thinking that it was the mistress because the mistress has plans for Clara and the doctor.
Yeah, or that. It's one or the other. Like it's if it's the time stream thing, I'm just gonna be like, wow, really, really, we gotta go with the obvious.
Yeah. So, because I think it was very important that they put her in there at the end. You just see a glimpse of her, and then you're like, who the was that?
Yeah.
She was like Mary Poppins and Satan all rolled into one.
Ooh, I like that. Sounds like my favorite thing in the world.
I know, right? It's amazing.
I'm pretty sure it's because we love Darth Vader.
Yes.
We're like, ooh, bad person, yes.
Yes, exactly. I mean,
terrible things you do.
I do like Vader. I can't even like verbalize how much I like Darth Vader. I'm just like I was a guest on the Geeks with Wives Google Hangout one time last year. We were discussing the Star Wars Dark Horse comic, and the one co-host on there dressed like Darth Vader. It was like play hitting on me the whole time, and like God help me, I was actually like Darth Vader's hitting on me, like some small part of my mind. It was like back there, and I'm just like, get a hold of yourself. You know
It's okay.
who it is.
It's okay. I'd have the same reaction. Not even gonna lie.
Right? I mean, it happens. All right, we're tangenting.
I know.
We
I
need.
think we're about done. I don't know. I'm excited. Are we gonna do this for the next episode?
Yeah, I think we should make it a weekly thing.
Okay.
I think Fridays, if they work for you, still work for me. I
Job
think
pending, yes. It might have to be later at night sometimes.
that's fine, but I think
Or-
it works out well because we'll be doing a review of the last season's episode, right, or last week's episode, right,
Yeah.
the day before the new episode starts,
Yeah,
so
so
people can catch up.
Yeah, I would say Thursdays or Fridays is probably what we're gonna do. So
Mhm.
keep an eye on Twitter for scheduling updates. We will see you guys next week. Enjoy your Doctor Who.
Thanks.
Tiredest noise, but we can't edit this, so Make it with your mouth. Go for it, people.
I'll get a soundboard ready for next one.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.